Good morning, students. So, we already started our history first chapter, that is the Indian subcontinent and history. We already started this lesson in our previous lecture. So, before moving further, we'll just revise what we learned in our previous lecture. Okay, students? So first, what we learned in that lecture, we learned about what is Indian subcontinent. First, let us understand the meaning of Indian subcontinent. Indian subcontinent is a concept or is a term which is mainly used for geographic regions surrounded by the Indian Ocean, that is Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh and Pakistan. Understood the meaning of Indian subcontinent? Again I will repeat. Indian subcontinent is a concept which is mainly used for geographic regions surrounded by the Indian Ocean. Which are the Indian Oceans? Which are the countries? See, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh and Pakistan. All of you understood? All of you understood the meaning of the Indian subcontinent? Now let's move further. Then we'll understand the meaning of history. What we learn, what is history? So can anyone tell me what is history? Yes, history is a coherent account of significant past events in the progress of human culture. What is history? Underline this sentence, it's very important. The question will ask that what is history? Then what you have to write? History is a coherent means what? Related. Coherent account of significant past events in the progress of human culture. All of you understood this meaning? Okay. Then we'll understand history. In history, four major factors, four major pillars. Components are very important. Which are these four pillars? That without these pillars, the history is impossible. Which are these factors? Time, place, society and individual. These are the four major pillars of the history. Without these pillars, without these factors, history is impossible. We cannot write history, we cannot imagine also history without these four pillars. In these four factors, in these four pillars, place, one of the pillar, that is place, is related to geographical conditions. Place is related to what? Place is related to geography or geographical conditions. And because of this, history and geography are inseparable. Inseparable means what? Unable to separate. We cannot separate them. They are inseparable. So history and geography are inseparable. History is influenced by geographical conditions. हिस्ट्री विच इज इन्फ्लुएंस्ड होना मीन्स प्रभावित होना. हिस्ट्री किससे प्रभावित है? विथ जोग्राफिकल कंडीशंस. दैट्स व्हाई हिस्ट्री एंड जोग्राफी आर inseparable. Understood? Here two questions will ask. First, what is history? That history is a coherent account of significant past events in the progress of human culture. Second question, which are the pillars of history? Time, place, society, and individual. These are the four major pillars of the history. Then what we learn that people's diet, their clothing, housing, occupation, that all thing which is depend on geographical conditions, geographical features, cloth, diet, housing and occupation, all these things of humans, people's, all these things which are depend on geographical. How? Then we saw this one example that we saw the differences of hilly regions people and the peoples were living on a plains, that the life of the people was staying at hill areas is more strenuous means is more different, alag hai. How? Because in hilly area there no fertility land is available, means the land is not, fertility land is not available, means agriculture करने लायक, खेती करने लायक लैंड वहाँ पे अवेलेबल नहीं है, नो फर्टिलिटी लैंड इज अवेलेबल. ऑन द अदर हैंड people were staying on a plains. On plains the agriculture land is available on a large scale, and because of this first difference the diet of the people is different, were staying at hill areas and people were staying at plains. See, the people who are staying at hilly areas, their diets is depend on hunting and gathering for their food, because vegetables and grains are not available in large scale, because their land is not available. Whereas on the plains where people were staying on plains, vegetables, grains are available because the land is, agricultural land is available. Understood this difference? Okay. Now let's move further. The climate, the human livelihood is depend on these sources. You can see the picture. Is depend on these sources. First, the climate, rainfall, agriculture produce, flora and fauna. Flora means flora is related to plants and fauna is related to animals. Flora and fauna. This region where these sources are very important in our humans' livelihood. First, flora and fauna, then agriculture produce, rain is also important, climate is also important. All these things are very important for the livelihood of human sources of our livelihood. The lifestyle and the culture of a region, lifestyle, लोगों का lifestyle and their culture of the region which are develops with the help of their support. Human settlements have flourished wherever these livelihoods, wherever these livings are plentiful, available in large scale. But over a period of time, जैसे जैसे टाइम गुजरता गया, over a period of time these settlements develops into villages and towns. Then villages and towns बन गए, develop होते गए. These things are developed in a villages and towns. Okay, but sometimes there are some reasons which are responsible. Which are these? First, degradation of the environment, forest cutting, then draft inventions. These all things एक्सेट्रा लीड टू द स्केर्सिटी ऑफ दिस दोज मीन्स. कम होते बढ़ता गया ये सब थिंग्स रिस्पॉन्सिबल थे. इसके लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल थे टू फॉर पीपल to force to leave the villages. These all things are responsible people to leave the villages, and that's why they are shifted to villages to into city areas, into towns, and people are shifted to city areas, and because of that villages and towns become deserted. See, which are these reasons? First, degradation of the environment, forest cutting, drought, inventions, etc. lead to the scarcity of those means. People are forced, लोगों को force किया गया, because of these reasons people are forced to leave their settlements. Villages and towns are became deserted, and that's why people see many instances we see many changes in the history, and because of that we see that there is a close relationship between history and geography. because जहाँ पे ह्यूमन सेटलमेंट्स फ्लरिश होने के लिए जो जो चीज़ें इम्पॉर्टेंट है, लाइक एग्रीकल्चर, फ्लोरा एंड फोना, क्लाइमेट, रेनफॉल, all these geographical conditions are possible for human beings. So because of that there is a close relationship between history and geography. All of you understood, students? First, what we learn, that we see that the climate, rainfall, agricultural produce, flora and fauna, all these things are the source. All these sources are of our livelihood, which are very important. Then which are the reasons? First, degradation of the environment, drought, inventions, all these things lead to the scarcity of the means, and because people are forced to leave their settlement के साथ adjustment करना पड़ा, and that's why villages and towns become deserted, and that's why there is a close relationship between history and geography. All of you understood? Okay. Next is geographical features of India. Till here all of you understood? Now let's move further. That is features, geographical features are of India. So our country India which is extends from far and wide, बहुत दूर दूर तक फैली हुई है, far and wide. See, as its north lie the Himalayas. North में क्या है? Himalayas. To the east, that is Bay of Bengal. To the west, that is Arabian Sea, and the south, that is Indian Ocean. North, that is Himalayas. East, that is Bay of Bengal. To the west, Arabian Sea, and to the south, Indian Ocean. Except for the islands. Which are these islands? Andaman Nicobar and Lakshadweep. Except these two islands, that is Andaman Nicobar and Lakshadweep, and the rest of the country is contiguous. Again I will repeat, our country India extends far and wide from north to west, north to south. See, as its north it is Himalayas, east it is Bay of Bengal, west that is Arabian Sea, and south that is Indian ocean except these two islands, first Andaman Nicobar and Lakshadweep. We know that we have to take into account that this region henceforth referred to as ancient India. About ancient India. When we study the ancient India of India, before 1947, before India got independence, before 1947, today's Pakistan was also part of Pakistan and Bangladesh. These two countries are also part of India when before India got independence. Before 1947, Pakistan and Bangladesh, these two countries are also a part of our country, our India. And the following regions are seen to be very important while studying the Indian history. First one, the Himalayas. Second, the plains of Sindhu, Ganga and Brahmaputra rivers. Third one, the Thar desert. Then the Deccan Plateau. Then the coastal regions and the islands of the sea, one by one. First, we'll know that India extends from far and wide. From its north, it is Himalayas. East, it is Bengal, a Bay of Bengal. West, it is Arabian Sea. And south, there is a Indian Ocean, except these two islands. All these things we'll learn one by one. In the next lecture, what we will learn about these six regions. First, Himalayas, plains of Sindhu, Ganga, Brahmaputra rivers, Thar desert, Deccan Plateau, coastal regions and the islands of the seas. That these two islands, that is Andaman Nicobar and Lakshadweep. About these islands that we learn thoroughly. Till here all of you understood? Anyone have any doubt?